this is Artisan Loom here with a wonderful little tutorial for a design by my good friend Polyester Jane. It's called Balloonapalooza. It's a real thin, neat little design. Kind of looks like it reminded her of balloon animals. And so this is what we're going to be making, but a different color scheme. And I'm actually going to bead this. So, yeah, so anyhow, this is the Balloonapalooza. I made a little rendition, just a small one, just to see. And it goes like this. So it kind of looks like ears of a monkey ears is what she told me earlier. But this is what it looks like. And I'll stretch it out so you can kind of see. The back looks like that. This is the front. It's very thin. And this is how it looks on the arm, and so it's cute. This is 1 loom length, so we'll probably need not quite 2 loom lengths to get a full wrap. Okay, and it's best to use LE bands or the cylindrical bands. Let's see here. For every part of here, I'll just show you, for every part of here that she's used the cylindric, except for this white, or excuse me, the black, or no, the white going across here. Actually, that makes no sense. Look at this one, you'll see better. I used LE for the border, in the black, the purple. The only one that I didn't use is for the white, and that one for the white that you're going to be using needs to be at least a stretchy, real stretchy band. You don't want to use an LE band because it doesn't quite go like we want it to, because it's going to span over a bunch of pegs. So silicones are always nice to use because they have good stretch, or the 600 count bands would work as well for that part. But all the rest, it would be really, you can do it with regular bands, but it would be neat to go ahead and do it. If you happen to have limited edition bands, it'd be good if you could use those in those spots just to make it pop out like a balloon animal. Then you don't have any bands to untwist. The only ones you're untwisting are these white ones. Okay, so this is your loom setup. Just all 3 pegs, all 3 pin bars at the same height, and it's 2 loom lengths. So go ahead and pick your colors. You can pick 3 colors, 2 colors, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to use this, I think it's Deep Sea Blue LE, and I'm also going to use a Pearl White LE band. Okay, and I'm going to alternate. So let me find this one here. This one here, I did all purples with the black cross bands. I'm going to do 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 white going up. Okay, and I'm going to bead it. Okay, so I've made a rendition. I did a really small trial run to see if I could actually bead this. It's this is about the only place that I know that I could bead it halfway decent, because these gold bands get stretched too thin. But here is what I've come up with in the 2 colors, and I really like it. So I'm going to do it in the blues and the whites. So I have beaded up. And I'm not sure exactly how many we're going to need, because I'm not going to go all the way to the end of the loom. It's just whatever size wrist that you have. So I have a 6/0 seed bead that is blue that's on here. And then I have a 6/0 seed bead that's like the glass color that is on this blue one. And we're, like I said, we're going to alternate. So to start off, we've got to make V's, okay? Start off in the center and go to the left and go to the right. It's best if you use LE for this part, okay? And then I'm going to alternate with the blue. And all you're doing is making V's up the loom. Just like so, okay? So I'm going to go off camera. You don't have to alternate, but if you choose to, this is how I do it. So just finish that however far down you want to go as far as how long your wrist is. Like I said, this one comes out about that length. So if you was, I have an average size wrist. So if you used to go like this, we're really close. Oops, excuse me, we're really close. So I don't want to, it's a little bit more. I'm not going to go, I'm going to probably stop 3 or 4 pegs shy of the top. That's what I'm going to do. So you choose how long you want it. Okay, and I will be right back. I have finished all the way and I stopped 3 pegs from the top right here. That's where I stopped. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to, whatever part you want to be where your white is, which is going to be your non-cylindrical. So you do not want it to, you want it to be a very stretchy band. So I'm going to use my silicone metallic white for this part, and all you're going to do is place, you're just going to drop a band on each peg, okay? Going all the way up on both sides. Just drop 1 peg on each. All the way down the loom. Okay. So then the next step is where I took my beaded bands, my blue and my white, and we're going to lay the last set of bands. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the center up 1, and I'm going to use my white with the bead, okay? And we're going to go up 1, like so, and then use a plain band, go from the left to the center and to the right, okay? Now we're going to go up to the next one, which is our blue. So I'm going to use the blue beaded band, straight up, band from the left to the center and the center to the right. I'm going to go up again with our beaded white band. So however you've alternated them is the way that you're going to be doing it, okay? And then you're going to go just like this, and you're going to do this the entire way up the loom. I'm going to grab my blue and go up. The last one I'm going to show you, then I'm going to go off camera and finish up laying the bands. Okay, so go ahead and do that to the very end. So now we're going to turn the loom around, because that's all the band placement. So we'll turn it around, and we will need a band, a triple cap band right here in the center, okay? And we're just going to loom up these side bands and the one that goes forward, the side bands, the one that goes forward, okay? So go in, grab this, go to the left, go to the right, go back in, and go forward, okay? That's what we're going to do. So to the left, to the right, go forward. Okay, one more, to the left, to the right, and go forward. So I'm going to go off camera and finish that to the end of the loom, and then I'll show you the next step, what we're going to do with these bands. Okay. Finished with that. Now we're going to work on these silver bands, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up the silver band and okay, sorry, I just want to be able to show you. You're going to pick up the silver band with your hook and bring it all the way to this side. Get the other one that's on this side and bring it all the way to this side. And that's what you're going to do all the way up the loom. I'll do a couple more. It's hard for me to get it on my hook. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab it with my finger. and then just pull it straight over and grab it with this one and bring it straight over. Okay, seems to be what works easiest for me. I'm going to push my bands down. But if you feel the need to use the hook, you can grab it with your hook and bring it over. Get the other side, bring it over. It's just up to however you feel more comfortable. Sometimes I can grab it and sometimes it's harder for me to get it. Okay, so finish this part all the way up the loom, please. Now that I'm finished doing those silver bands, now we're just going to loop these V bands that are going up back to themselves. So you're just going to, actually no, I lied. Oh my goodness, I lied. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to, this is a weird thing. These silver bands that we had crossed, see how they're both of them are right here? You're going to just come up and bring them straight up like that. So you'll go in here and you'll grab both bands that are right in front of that peg. Bring them straight up. Both of these bands straight up. You'll go right here, grab both of these bands, bring them straight up. That's why you need really good quality bands, because you've got to be able to not only switch them here, but you got to bring them up one. So last one, and I'm going to let you finish that the rest of the way up the loom. Okay, so now the next step is just bringing these V bands or arrows back to themselves. So you're just going to go in through here and bring it down back to itself on both sides. Into this one, down. This creates like the ear part. Okay, so that's what you're going to do all the way up the loom. We have the border to loom up, and then we're finished. But I'm finished doing that part. Now, notice that there's no band going straight up the side. In order to get this going to where it's not going to fall apart, we're going to grab this bottom band on each peg and we're going to bring it straight forward. So the bottom one on each peg will go forward. So like if you're going to go in through this peg and grab that bottom band, and then you're just going to bring it forward. Go into here and grab that bottom band and just bring it forward, and do that all the way up the loom. Okay, and that will act as our border. You're going to do the same thing on this side and until you get to the very top. Okay, so just bottom band up, bottom band up, bottom band up. Okay, so I came up and ended right here. Now I have one more band to connect it to here in order for it not to fall apart. So we got to go in through this last two, grab the last band and just bring it towards the center. And there we go. So I'm going to grab me another white band. I'm going to put it through all these bands, put it on my hook, pull it towards me and up and on, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and get me a nice C-clip. And then go ahead and put it on, because I don't have a, well, I do have another hook handy right over here. Okay, so now it should not fall apart. It's all looped up. So hopefully it's going to come out good. So you can take it off each individual one, or you can just loosen it on all the sides, and then it usually just pops off. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just loosen it all on all the sides and take the center part off last. And it'll just kind of all come off at once. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the loom, and then I'll show you what mine looks like. Get off the loom, And I did make it, it wants to curl on you, but that's okay because once you get it on your wrist, it will lay flat. See? It will lay flat. So no worries on that front. I did make it a little extra long. I probably should have stopped maybe 5 or 6 from the top instead of the 3. Big deal. Anyhow, you can just give it a good stretch and it'll push everything into place. There's the back, front, and where I've put my beads, I'm going to try to be very gentle and get them in the center of the band. And that's going to be hard to do because they're stretched so much. So just try your best to get them in the center without having to use your fingernails. I will go ahead and tell you that once we go ahead and fix the beads and very gently slide them to the center to where they look nice. You see how that one's kind of bent over? I want to move that over a little bit. I'll lift up on the bead and use my fingers, not my fingernail. I know it's really a tight squeeze here. As much as I can use it, and then slide it. Pull it. Oh, I did a little too much. Okay. Just get it in the center there. Okay, so another thing to do to make your design look good is you've got to go through where these gray bands are, pull on them, and get them to lay untwisted. That will make it look good. So go ahead and do that as well. Okay, and then another thing to do is you see these little ruffly things here. If you take your hook and you go in and grab both the blues and pull on it, grab this other blue, pull on it, it will get everything to lay the way it's supposed to lay. Okay, so obviously this gray goes on the underside. I'm going to have to grab these whites, see, and then it gets everything back into the proper band placement. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, is just pull on these and get them to lay right, and we'll do that all the way down the bracelet and untwist anything that you need to untwist, and then we'll have it finished. So this is the Balloonapalooza design with beads. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you will give Polyester Jane a follow and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And okay, I guess that's it for this one, and you'll see my finished cleaned up rendition when I go to post it. So okay, until next time, take care. Bye.